Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Nitai Goy Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Goy Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari नाम संकीर्तन की Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrutyam
Narayanam Namaskrutyam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudire
Tato Jayamudire
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhakte Bhavati Naistike.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
Reading from Canto 4, Chapter 24. Chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva, textual. Vibuddhasura Gandharva
Vibhudasura Gandharva
Muni Siddha Naroragaha
Muni Siddha Naroraha
Vijitasu Suraya Dikshu
Vijita Suryadishu
Kvanayantaiva Nupuraihi
Kvanayantaiva Nupurahi
Vibudhasura Gandharva
Vibhudasura Gandharva
Muni Siddha Naroragaha
Muni Siddha Naroraha
Vijita Suryaya Dikshu
Vijita Suryadishu
Kvanayantaiva Nupuraihi
Kvanayantaiva Nupurahi
Vibudhasura Gandharva
Vibhudasura Gandharva
Muni Siddha Naroragaha
Muni Siddha Naroraha
Vijita Suryaya Dikshu
Vijita Suryadikshu
Kvanayantaiva Nupuraihi
Kvanayantaiva Nupurahi Vibhudasura Gandharva
Muni Siddha Naroragaha
Muni Siddha Naroragaha
Vijitaha सूर्यया दिक्षु
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
क्वनयन्त्यैव नूपुरैः
वर्णयन्तैव नूपुरैः
विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
मुनिसिद्धनरोरगः
मुनिसिद्धनरोरगाः
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
क्वणयन्त्यैव नूपुरैः
वर्णयन्तैव नूपुरैः विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
मुनिसिद्धनरोरगाः
मुनिसिद्धनरोरगाः
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
वर्णयन्तैव नूपुरैः
क्वणयन्त्यैव नूपुरैः
विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
विबुधासुरगन्धर्व
मुनिसिद्धानरोरगाः
मुनिसिद्धनरोरगाः
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
विजिताः सूर्यया दिक्षु
क्वनयन्त्यैव नूपुरैः
क्वणयन्तैव नूपुरैः
Word to word meaning: Vibudha,
विबुधा
learned;
learned,
Asura,
asura,
the demons;
demons,
Gandharva,
Gandharva,
the denizens of Gandharva Loka;
the denizens of Gandharva Loka,
Muni,
Muni,
great sages;
great sages,
Siddha,
Siddha,
the denizens of Siddha Loka;
the denizens of Siddha Loka,
Nara,
Nara,
the inhabitants of the earthly planets;
the inhabitants of all the planets,
Uragaha,
Uragaha,
denizens of Nagaloka;
the denizens of Nagaloka,
Vijitaha,
Vijitaha,
captivated;
captivated,
Suryaya,
Suryaya,
by the name bride, by the new bride;
by the new bride
Dikshu,
Dikshu
in all directions;
in all directions,
Kvanayantya,
Kvanayantya,
tinkling;
tinkling,
Eva,
Eva,
only;
only,
Nupuraihi,
Nupuraihi,
by her ankle bells.
by her hands.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: While Shatadruti was thus being married, the demons, the denizens of Gandharva Loka, the great sages, and the denizens of Siddha Loka, the earthly planets, and Nagaloka, although highly exalted, were all captivated by the tinkling of her ankle bells. Purport: Generally, a woman becomes more beautiful when, after an early marriage, she gives birth to a child. To give birth to a child is a natural function of a woman, and therefore a woman becomes more and more beautiful as she gives birth to one child after another. In the case of Shatadruti, however, she was so beautiful that she attracted the whole universe at her marriage ceremony. Indeed, she attracted all the learned and exalted demigods simply by the tinkling of her ankle bells. This indicates that all the demigods wanted to see her beauty completely, but they were not able to see it because she was fully dressed and covered with ornaments. Since they could only see the feet of Shatadruti, they become attracted by her ankle bells, which tinkled as she walked. In other words, the demigods become captivated by her simply by hearing the tinkling of her ankle bells. They did not have to see her complete beauty. It is sometimes understood that a person becomes lusty just by hearing the tinkling of the bangles on the hands of a woman, or the tinkling of the ankle bells, or just by seeing a woman's sari. Thus, it is concluded that woman is a complete representation of Maya. Although Vishwamitra Muni was engaged in practicing mystic yoga with closed eyes, his transcendental meditation was broken when he heard the tinkling of bangles on the hands of Menaka. In this way, Vishwamitra Muni became a victim of Menaka and fathered a child who is universally celebrated as Shakuntala. The conclusion is that no one can save himself from the attraction of women. even though he be an exalted demigod or an inhabitant of the higher planets, only a devotee of the Lord who is attracted by Krishna can escape the lures of women. Once one is attracted to by Krishna, the illusory energy of the world cannot attract him. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदामभ्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Translation: while Shataduti was thus being married, the demons, the denizens of the Gandharva Loka, the great sages, and the denizens of Siddhaloka, the earthly planet, and Nagaloka, although highly exalted, were all captivated with the tinkling of her ankle bells. Hare Krishna. Here we were discussing about Prachina Varhi getting married to daughter of the ocean named Shataduti, and by the advice or by the order of Lord Brahma, so he was going to get married Shataduti. She was very, very beautiful, and the previous verse and this verse was talking how beautiful she is, and how even the exalted devotees, like in the previous verse we have seen how fire god Agni got attracted by seeing her beautiful beauty of Shataduti. And in this verse we can see remaining all the higher planetary systems, even the demons also getting attracted to her beauty, just by hearing or just seeing her feet, ankle bells sound of the coming from the tinkling of the ankle bells. They all got captivated to her beauty and willing to see her completely, but not able to. So this verse and the purport Prabhupada clearly says that a woman is a complete representation of Maya. So Prabhupada is kind of giving warning also here. So woman is completely a representation of Maya. So we can see all the Shastras talks about this danger, attraction between the men and women. So everyone has to be very careful when dealing with, especially with the women or with the ladies, Matajis. So only we here in our society, ISKCON, we see whenever there is a gathering, so we generally separate Matajis and Prabhujis aside, so that there should not be any kind of behavior or kind of free mixing kind of thing should not happen. So Prabhupada knows that, so he intelligently did this so many arrangements. And but although we can see how strong our senses are, just even one sense object is enough for highly determined person to captivate his mind and drag him towards the sense gratification. So in the Bhagavad Gita 2.60 it says yatanto hi api kaunteya purushasya vipaschitah indriyani pramatini haranti prashabham manaha. The senses are so strong and impetuous, O Arjuna, that they forcibly carry away the mind even of a man of discrimination who is endeavored or enduring to control them. So senses are so strong, like they are very impetuous, and like even who knows the discrimination, no, this is right, this is wrong, but these senses can carry away, no, they can carry away. It's very difficult actually to control our senses. And if you see, like in the olden days, in olden culture, traditional Indian culture, so there is no kind of free mixing. Even though there is a restrictions for the men, even though there is a restrictions for the women, both there are a lot of restrictions. So like a person except his wife, no other than no except his wife, he will not even see other women's face. So they are supposed to see down. They don't able, they are not supposed to look directly into their face or into the eyes. They are supposed to keep their head down. So and we can see this in in our grandmother's culture, where when someone comes to home, so ladies don't come out. So when they are sitting in the hall, no, ladies doesn't come into the home, into that hall. And even though they wanted to come, they have to cover their whole body, face, everything. And they're supposed to come. But generally they won't come. They talk, sitting inside their kitchen, or they're in a separate room, and they talk from there. And they used to have a curtain, so they used to talk behind the curtain, like that. So even when I was in my friend's house, they're all Muslims actually. So we used to go. They are very nice friends, and they have very nice culture. So when I used to go there, so gents used to sit in the hall, and we all used to sit with them, with their father and some other male men's, and ladies used to sit in next hall, so where there is a separate curtain, so they won't talk directly until unless you know him. You should be familiar with them, and you should be a part of their family. There should be some relation. Until unless you are not supposed to go that side. Even the marriage also that happens. In their Muslim culture, that happens. Gents, they will be separately sat in one function hall, and the women will be sitting in the separate, where there will be some partition over there. No one's supposed to go there here, so like that. So they are not supposed to see anyone. And I was I was hearing the pastime about Subhadra. She's a Kshatriya lady, and she has such a power. Like whoever sees into her eyes, they will get captivated. So so that is the power of Kshatriyas. This one. So ladies, Kshatriya ladies. So only it is said. So men should not see directly into the eyes of the woman. So it's not supposed. So actually, men should not see the faces also. They should not see. They should go look down. So and the pastime we can see, like in Ramayana, where when Ravana took Mother Sita away, and took her into the Lanka, and Lord Ram and his brother Lakshmana both were searching for Sita, Mother Sita, and there they found, Lord Ram found some cloth and some ornaments of Mother Sita, and Lord Ram asked Lakshmana, "Can you identify? Is this belongs to Mother Sita? I know that this belongs to Mother Sita." He was just clarifying with Lakshmana. then Lakshmana was clueless, because he only identified the lotus feet's ornament, ankle bells, and the ring which they put to the fingers. Now he only identified that. Other than that, he don't. He said like, no, Lord Ram, I don't know all these ornaments, because now whenever he goes in front of Mother Sita, he used to bow down. He never used to see Mother Sita. He never raised his head. He just only see the lotus feet. So when he bowed down, like when he put his head down, he used to see only the feet of the Mother Sita. So in that way, he can only recognize ankle bells of Mother Sita and other ornaments of the lotus feet. So like that, that was the culture actually. And here, Lakshmana was setting an example, how to be with the other women, even though there is some relationship, there is a motherly kind of relationship, but still they won't see. So in this way, there are a lot of so many shastras gives a lot of warning, lot of this one, like about about this attraction, attraction of the male and female. So we should be very careful, and if you see, even one census is enough to make us to fall down, So in Shastras also there is described, a fish can be attracted to the taste, and when a fisherman puts a little small worm to the hook and he puts into the water, and that fish, instead of having so many other varieties, it got attracted to that small worm, and it just wanted to eat it, enjoy it, out of not able to control her tongue senses. So it just goes and catches that and get hooked to that hook, and then what happens? It is being killed in that way. And sense of touch, where animal runs behind the female animal. Elephant. So a nicely trained female elephant, where to catch the male elephant, they train nicely female elephant so that it can direct nicely the male elephant and make him to fall into the ditch, and like that it is being captivated, it will be captured. And deer is example for sound. So if you wanted to catch a deer, so you should play nice music, melodious music, or nice flute. Then it will be stunned, like by listening to that music, and a hunter can easily catch like that. Like so many examples are there where a small senses can can make us to fall down, make us to trap, fall into this trap. Now in the previous verse we have heard this kind of attraction makes a hridaya granthi, they makes a knot in our heart, where it is very difficult to open it, very difficult to take out that knot. So and we can see, like there are so many examples in this purport here. One of the example where Prabhupada is saying about Vishwamitra Muni, and like he was doing tapasya for 60,000 years. It's like it's like unimaginable for the Kali Yuga products. To see like 60,000, even for the Satyaloka also it is not that easy, even though they are living for very long years, but still 60,000 years doing tapasya is not an easy. And see after having that strong tapasya also, just by the bangle sound of the Menaka, he got attracted. He got disturbed from his meditation, and he just attracted to Menaka, and like that he went into that what we call married life, and he begetted a beautiful daughter called Shakuntala. And not only once happened, twice also it happened. And I didn't remember the exact story. I heard it, but I was not able to recollect it. Where Vishwamitra Muni. So once is like he he broke his meditation because of the beauty. And next is like he broke his meditation because of anger. He did lot of tapasya, and he cursed someone, where all his tapobal is lost, and again he has to sit and he has to do tapasya starting from the start. So like this, there are so many examples in the shastras which says like it's very difficult to control it. Even in the Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita in 2.62, ध्यातो विषयां पुंस संगत्तेषु प्रजायते संगात् संगायते काम काम क्रोध विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह सम्मोह स्मृति विभ्रम विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् नश्यति. So it says, while contemplating the object of the senses, a person develops attachment for them, and from such attachment lust develops, and from lust anger arises, and from anger complete delusion arises, and from delusion bewilderment of memory. When memory is bewildered, intelligence is lost, and when intelligence is lost, one falls down again into this material pool. So Prabhupada in the purport he nicely explains, we just go through that purport. So one who is not Krishna consciousness is subjected to material desire while contemplating the object of the senses. The senses required real engagement, and if they are not engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, they will certainly seek enjoyment in the service of materialism. In the material world, everyone, including Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, to say nothing of other demigods in the heavenly planets, is subjected to the influence of the sense objects. And the only method to get out of the puzzle of this material existence is to become Krishna consciousness. Lord Shiva was deep in meditation, but when Parvati agitated him from sense pleasure, he agreed to the proposal, and as a result, Kartikeya was born. When Haridas Thakur was a young devotee of the Lord, he was similarly allured by the incarnation of Maya Devi. But Haridas easily passed the test because of his unalloyed devotion to the Lord Krishna. As illusioned in the above mentioned verses of Sri Yamunacharya, a sincere devotee of the Lord shuns all material sense enjoyment due to his higher taste for spiritual enjoyment in the association of the Lord. This is the secret of success. One who is not therefore in Krishna consciousness, how powerful he may be in controlling the senses by artificially repression, is sure ultimately to fall for the slightest thought of sense pleasure, while will agitate him to gratify his desires. So here Prabhupada clearly says, one who is not practicing, or one who is not engaging, Prabhupada says the senses require real engagement, and that real engagement is Krishna consciousness, engaging your senses in the service of the Lord. If we are not engaging our senses in the service of the Lord, then they will be automatically engaging in the material activities. So material activities means sense gratification. So if we can see, like in the Kali Yuga, so wherever you go, there are lot of advertisements, big posters, ads, where there are lot of naked things are being shown. Wherever you see, it's like completely agitating our senses. If we are not deeply into Krishna consciousness, we are not fixed in Krishna consciousness, then easily just by seeing here and there, we'll get attracted to sense activities, sense enjoyment, and like that we'll fall down again into this material pool. So Prabhupada says, even what to speak of demigods, even what to speak of the earthly inhabitants, even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva was attracted to this sense activities. They are just deviated by that. But the thing is like there are one or two cases only. But if you see, our case is very difficult. In each and every moment, without sense gratification thought, we can say like these exalted personalities, they get once or twice this kind of material thought. Now we get once or twice any devotional thought. So that is our what we call position. So but still these examples are given to say that it's very difficult, even those exalted personalities who are who are engaging in the Krishna service, but there is a chance, even a single thought may make us to fall down. So it's a kind of scriptures is giving us kind of alarm, like you should be very careful, and you should completely immerse into the devotional activities, or else it will be very difficult to overcome it, very difficult to overcome it. Now what is that maya duritya दैवी एषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायाम एतां तरन्ते. Without taking the shelter of Lord, it is very difficult to overcome his energy. Maya is the Lord's external energy, so she is also very powerful. And how we become powerful? When we take shelter of Lord. Other than that, it's very difficult to overcome the Maya of the Lord's energy. So like Prabhupada here gives very nice example about Haridas Thakur. So when Lord Shiva was agitated by Mother Parvati, so he was captivated, and he was going behind to fulfill sense gratification. He went. So, but same thing, like when Haridas Thakur was very young, and here incarnation of Maya Devi comes to test her, to test Haridas Thakur, but he passed the test just because he was completely immersed into the devotional service. He was very seriously chanting the holy names of the Lord, and we all know that pastime. So where he was chanting, he just says to wait, I have to finish my rounds. And she was not able to deviate him. He was not able to capture her Haridas Thakur's attention. But like the power of devotion is such a way, like Maya Devi took shelter of a devotee of the Lord and wanted to take that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So like that she got initiated from Haridas Thakur. So that is the glories of the Lords and Lord devotees. So Prabhupada clearly mentions whoever takes in the last line of the purport, where the conclusion is that no one can save himself from the attraction of women, even though he be an exalted demigod or an inhabitant of the higher planets. Only a devotee of the Lord who is attracted by Krishna can escape the lures of Maya, woman. Once one is attracted to Krishna, the illusory energy of the world cannot attract him. So recently I was reading the quote from my Srila Guru Maharaj. So he was saying, like, one who is not hankered his thoughts to the Lord's lotus feet, so then Maya will hanker him and pulls. So we should be tightly. It means like anchor means like tightly holding the lotus feet of the Lord. So and completely there is every chance where we get these thoughts. But the thing is like somehow we have to develop a taste in reading, hearing, chanting, and whenever we get these thoughts, material thoughts, immediately we should take the shelter of holy name, shelter of Bhagavatam, or the devotees, or Lord's lotus feet, pastimes of the Lord, which it will easily save us. Always it's very, very difficult. Mamaya Durataya is very difficult to overcome. So this is very nice sloka which reminds us how to take, how strong Maya is and how we can take shelter of the Lord. So with this I would like to pause here. So any questions or doubts or comments, corrections? Granjaraj Srimad Bhagavatam.